If you're looking for a way to wind down in the evening without reaching for alcohol or to calm your nervous system without feeling hungover the next day, I want to give you an honest review of a Sprinkle Chill Boost, a non-intoxicating drink mix you stir into hot water or tea to take the edge off and decompress. I'm going to walk you through what's actually in it, what it costs, who it's for, and who should probably skip it. Before I ordered this, I did what I always do after spending way too much money on supplements that never lived up to the hype. I searched for a real review from an actual person instead of relying on the brand's website. So if that's what brought you here, hopefully this helps. My goal is simple: give you an honest look at Sprinkle Chill Boost so you can decide if it's worth trying. And if you finish this video and decide it's not for you, that's completely okay. I'd rather help you make the right decision than convince you to buy something you don't need. A little context first, because I think that's important. I'm naturally skeptical when it comes to calm supplements. Over the last few years, I've tried at least 7 different adaptogen and relaxation products, and honestly, most of them didn't make a noticeable difference. This video is sponsored by Sprinkle, but they gave me complete freedom to share exactly what I think, the positives, the negatives, and that's the only reason I agreed to review it. If you're looking for something specific, I've also included timestamps below for ingredients, pricing, FAQs, and everything else. Here's why I was even looking for something like this in the first place. My days can be stressful, and by the evening, I usually feel like I'm carrying the entire day in my shoulders. For a while, my way of relaxing was having a glass of wine while cooking dinner. Eventually, 1 glass became 2, mornings felt sluggish, and I realized that wasn't something I wanted to rely on long term. When I bought Chill Boost, I honestly expected it to be another supplement that would end up collecting dust after a full week. I wasn't looking for something that would knock me out. I just wanted something to help me actually unwind without alcohol, prescriptions, waking up feeling awful the next morning. So what exactly is Chill Boost? It's Sprinkle's evening drink mix that's designed to help you relax at the end of the day. You mix 1 scoop into hot water or your favorite herbal tea, and it's meant to support your nervous system as part of your nightly routine. It's completely caffeine-free, non-intoxicating, and intended for everyday use, not something you only reach for occasionally. A quick look at Sprinkle as a company. They specialize in functional drink mixes, with Chill Boost being their formula specifically for winding down. They've served more than 252,000 customers, have over 10,000 verified 5-star reviews. Every batch is lab tested, subscriptions include free shipping, and every purchase comes with a 45-day back money guarantee. For everyone who's hesitant to trust a supplement company, that's honestly the minimum I expect before giving something a chance. Here are a few things that stood out to me right away. It's caffeine-free, sugar-free, and doesn't leave you feeling impaired the way alcohol can. I also appreciate that they don't hide everything behind a proprietary blend. You can actually see what's in it. And because it's designed for daily use, it feels more like building an evening habit than using something only when you're especially stressed. The ingredient that really caught my attention is Kava. If you've taken Kava capsules before and wondered why they didn't seem to do anything, I had the exact same experience. The reason is that the active compounds in Kava, called kavalactones, don't extract very well in capsule form. Chill Boost uses powdered full spectrum Kava instead, which is much closer to how it's traditionally prepared. For me, that difference was noticeable. Instead of feeling nothing, I actually felt myself relax at the end of the day. Of course, Kava isn't the only ingredient doing the work here. The formula also includes magnesium to support relaxation and muscle recovery, reishi for stress support, L-Theanine for a calm, focused feeling, chaga for everyday wellness, and a small amount of kanna to support mood. Rather than relying on one trendy ingredient, it's a combination of ingredients that work together. And personally, I've had much better luck with that approach than taking individual supplements one at a time. I also like looking at actual customer feedback instead of just marketing claims. According to Sprinkle's customer survey, 84% of users reported feeling calmer and less mentally tense. 78% said evenings felt smoother and it was easier to unwind. 73% noticed improved emotional balance, and 67% said it became part of their daily evening routine. No, that's not the same thing as a clinical study, but paired with the 45-day guarantee, it gave me enough confidence to give it a try. Let's talk price. Chill Boost comes in 30, 60, and 120 serving sizes. The smallest jar starts at around $60, which comes out to roughly $2 per serving. As you move up to larger sizes, the price per serving drops even more. Compared to ready-to-drink Kava beverages that often cost $3.50 to $5 each, or other adaptogen drinks around $4 a can, this ends up being a much more affordable daily option. Taste is another thing people always ask about. You mix it into hot water or tea, and because of the Kava, it has a naturally earthy, slightly peppery flavor. I personally like mixing it in with chamomile tea, which balances everything out really well. It stirs in easily and doesn't leave clumps behind. If you're expecting something that tastes like dessert, this probably isn't it, but if you're okay with a more natural herb flavor, I think it's perfectly fine. Ordering is pretty straightforward. You can either make a one-time purchase or subscribe to save a little more, and subscriptions include free shipping while still being easy to cancel. The biggest thing that made me comfortable trying it was the 45-day money-back guarantee. That's enough time to actually use it consistently and decide whether it's working for you instead of trying to judge it after one single night. If you decide you want to try it, you can order directly from trysprinkle.com. I'll also have my creator code below, which you can combine with the subscription savings for a little extra off your first order. Now, let's go through some of the questions I had before ordering. Is this just another calming supplement? In my opinion, the biggest difference is the full spectrum powdered kava. That alone makes it stand out from a lot of the capsule-based products I had already tried. What if I'd already taken kava and it didn't work? That was my experience too, and I genuinely think the powdered full spectrum version makes a noticeable difference compared to capsules that often contain much lower amounts of the active compounds. Okay, will it make me sleepy or leave me groggy? For me, no. I felt more relaxed without feeling sedated, and I didn't wake up with the foggy feeling I used to get after drinking wine. Will it make me feel intoxicated? No. It's designed to help you relax without affecting your ability to function. This one, does it contain caffeine? Nope, which is exactly what I want in an evening supplement. How do you use it? 1 scoop mixed into hot water or tea about 20 minutes before you're ready to settle in for the night. So after trying it, here's where I landed. I'm honestly difficult to impress when it comes to supplements like this, but Chill Boost is one of the few calming products I've actually noticed. I think the full spectrum kava makes a meaningful difference. I like that the formula combines multiple well-known ingredients instead of relying on just one. I appreciate that it helps me unwind without feeling impaired, and I really liked knowing that 45-day guarantee meant there wasn't much risk in trying it. Okay, but to recap, Chill Boost is a caffeine-free, sugar-free, non-intoxicating, and lab-tested. It combines full-spectrum kava with magnesium, reishi, and L-Theanine, chaga, and kanna. It's available in 30, 60, and 120 serving jars. Costs less per serving than most canned kava drinks, and every purchase is backed by a 45-day money-back guarantee. At the end of the day, that's probably my biggest takeaway. If you've been looking for an alternative to alcohol to help you relax in the evenings, or you're simply searching for something that helps you slow down without feeling knocked out the next day, I think it's worth considering. And with the 45-day money-back guarantee, you have time to see whether it works for you without feeling locked into the purchase. If you decide to give it a try, head to trysprinkle.com, use my code for a little extra savings, and let me know what you think. Hopefully this review saved you from buying another supplement that ends up sitting in the back of your cabinet.